with what we got now, what we know now, what do you think and what do you know what will stop that now or stop young kids from going out in the street and just messing up their life completely?
Once they have the realization of who they are, once
Got
they
you.
realize like their value, they understand who they are, and they understand that the man next to them is the same person of who they are, and they wouldn't dare do something like that.
Right.
There's no value in life because they don't know who they are.
What would help is breaking away completely from that lifestyle. And that's a deep rooted, I know it comes with deep roots, but if you leave any part in it, it's easy to fall back to it. Like, easiest way to get rid of something is cutting it down at the root.
Yeah.
Like, it's no matter, you can cut off leaves, bro. You can break off branches. You know what I mean? Disassociate with people, all that other stuff. But if you don't cut it all the way off at the root, you can always fall back to it, bro. You can always grow back.
First and foremost, you ain't gonna know nothing unless you know the Father, who He is and what He's about. And that's gonna direct you, and it's gonna actually navigate you through the hardships and trials and tribulations that you go through when you enter into the inner city. See, one of the things I noticed about when I got out of the game is when I had older people that showed me how to do it. And what I mean by that is transition their life from the streets over to serving the Father. If I didn't have those examples, then I would have never known what it looked like. And I would have been staying in it perpetually. So I think we all have to be a light and have to be called out of this darkness into the light so we can be a light to the other people.
Well, I feel like they have to actually see somebody that came from that life, from that street life. They have to see someone coming from that life and actually change their life and work and walk righteous. And I believe like if they actually see that, I think that will give them a better outlook on the type of life that they can truly live.
Are you even a person who believes in abiding by the 10 Commandments? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you even is there something in you that wants to profess truth, or are you a person who'd rather go with the masses because it makes you uncomfortable? You see what I'm saying? It's like you have there's got to be something that's in you that says I want truth, I want freedom, I want to actually have something that's prosperous, true prosperity, not like, oh, let's get this money and thinking that's prosperous.
And I think we got to give young people other options from whatever it is they got going on that's appealing.
Right.
It's like Jesus, He gave them another option. They were making money, and He said, "Look, I'm going to make you fishers of men." And they left their businesses to do that. So it was appealing enough, and you got to have the right heart, the right type of young people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're not going to reach everybody, but you throw the seed out there to see who will bite. But you got to have something set up,
right,
that's ready to go for them. And I think if we, as the grown men, worked on that, we can pull more young people in.
The first step will be making the decision or making the choice and standing on that. And so making the choice is saying that, all right, I have counted the cost of this lifestyle. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. And you're saying that I'm choosing your ways, Yah, Father God. I'm choosing you, and I'm standing on that, and now I'm going to execute the decision I just made. So after you have made the choice or made the decision that I'm done with it, I've counted the cost, I can't live this way no more, I'm surrendering my heart to God. Now when you go before those who are a higher authority of you in that realm, those who are like the OGs, you are now saying, you let them know straight up, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm done. I'm surrendering to God. And this is the thing. It takes faith. I have a sister in Chicago who used to be a GD, and she actually went through this process where she made a decision that she doesn't want to be in the gang anymore, and that she now wants to stand 10 toes for the Lord. And so she went to her big sisters to say and told them that she won out. And so she was ready to take her lashes. And they ended up not doing it because they actually had grandmas and stuff that was in the church. So the favor of the Lord was upon her to not have to get beat up severely to make her exit. Everybody has a different story, but in essence, is she counted the cost first. She made the choice. She stood on that, and then she stepped to those who she had once surrendered to and said, "Man, I'm surrendering to a higher power," and she trusted the higher power to make her guidance or to guide her path out. And so that's what we ultimately got to do in everything that we do in life anyway. Once we have made the choice that we're surrendering to God, now we got to stand on that, and we're willing to take anything that comes with it. And by God's favor and grace, the belief, the hope, and the faith is that He will keep me. And even if I have to endure some kind of pain, He is strong enough, great enough to keep me through that as well. Not just keep me as far as prevent me from feeling pain, but also give me the endurance to go through it. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to, again, I reiterate, is surrenderance to Yah first, because He's the only one that can give guidance through it, and then stand on that by making the decision, executing it to whomever it needs to be executed.